welcome. Welcome to the stream. There we go. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream again. So yesterday, the lovely trade, we literally brought back all of our loss from August, first trade of the month. So 546, I actually got stopped out at break even. Probably could have closed for $1,000, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I was expecting the daily to push further down, but we know the weekly could flip up. So like the weekly takes priority. It's stronger and it's a bigger candle. That's why it's stronger. So yeah. How long will I be on today? I'm not sure. It's my son's birthday, so I'm not too sure. I can't see it being that long, but we will see how we get on. So yesterday I grabbed about 120 pips, so it's not too bad. Too bad. There's another win added. Let's get rid of this. These tunes are banging on there. Absolutely banging. Okay. Right, guys, let's see what we've got going. So this was the trade yesterday, so quickly go over this. We got activated and we had a huge, within 30 minutes we pushed 210 pips in 30 minutes. Okay. These are 15-minute candles. So it was a lovely trade, and then unfortunately we came back up, stopped at break even. You could have, we did have sell stops underneath once we tapped this zone, because I was worried about the 4 hour, if you remember. And look what the 4 hour done. So we're absolutely spot on with our analysis. But even if you did get in on that, you could have took something out of it easy. You even popped down to these levels. But, you know, I didn't take anything on that. So, yeah, 120 pips we grabbed from this. Fantastic trade. So now what we do is we do a whole new top-down analysis every morning of the charts to get the story of what's going on, and then see what we can grab from there. So let's have a look. Monthly, still creating that top wick. We haven't had much of a bottom wick. We've had 3 doji candles, so it is a sign of price struggling to break these highs, but we haven't created this bottom wick as of yet. Okay, I don't even know if we're going to create this bottom wick. Gold can have a tendency to do this, where you get dojis and you think price is changing and then price pushes up. So the monthly doesn't really tell us much apart from it's got no bottom wick. Okay. So weekly, then what's happening with the weekly? So if you remember from and all this week's top-down analysis, we've constantly been harping on how the weekly had closed back into the range. So the range the weekly's in now is this. We closed back into the range there. And that's where we are. So the weekly can easily come and fill the rest of this range. Yeah. And I think that's what we're starting to see today, really. Even though we're Friday, we could have a really bullish day today to push and fill this range. Now on the dailies, on the other hand, is the daily closed bearish yesterday, not yesterday, the day before. So we were thinking, okay, could this daily flip to the downside? Because you had a minor support here. See what came up. But we didn't. The daily closed bullish. And now we've had a bottom wick. So can this daily flip and drive up to 3437? That's all we're after really, 3437. That's my extremities of this trade. So if that's the case, then how could we get in? Well, we potentially could have got in around these levels on a wing back buy, right? Or we can look at just buy stops above on the daily. Yeah.
You share the screen?
Yeah, morning Andre. Wasn't early, but I had a bit technical problems. So the daily's closed bullish now, and we've had that bottom wick. So this daily could flip to the upside at any point. Yeah, at any point. I would have preferred not having a bottom wick to come down for some wing back buys. That would have been lovely. But it's a case of how can we get in for this daily to flip to the upside. So 6 hours closed bearish, closed respecting, and we're pushing bullish. I just hope we haven't missed the move. So 4 hours closed bullish, bottom wick, we could have had buy stops on, especially to break these highs. Looks like we've sort of missed that, fortunately. So we've got our buyers now. We're looking at buys. You've got a level here where you can reject from. 4, 3 bullish as well. 2 actually closed bearish. You've got no bottom wick on the 2. Do we need a bottom wick? I don't think we do really. We broke the low. We've got liquidity. It's got another 2 hours for that to play out. The next range here, you've got a minor range here, which you've tapped. Yeah. But we know the 2 can just fly up. What's this here? If we come back down at this level, could I get a wing back? If we do. Someone do one close bullish. One hasn't got a bottom wick. See, we could have took this one, which is typical. Yeah, we could have took this one. There's your advantage point to break the highs, but I probably would have wanted a bottom wick and we didn't get it. God, my hand's getting Let me get in on this now. I think this one's going to keep going. There's a 15. Okay, it's 15. Might get in on this 15. Stops a bit tight. Oh, don't go without me. Right, we'll get a bullish 5 close, guys, and I get a bottom wick. I might take a swoop entry off the 5. Yeah. And the 15's broke out now. Yeah, I've got a minus support here, but I can probably see us getting a wick fill. So if I can get a 5 bullish close and then a bottom wick, we could take a swoop entry or buy stop above, come up. I think this could potentially just be a retest to this zone to come up. Around that on the 15, aren't we? Might be an early trade here. Can't identify these zones. We've got a zone there. One all-time highs, I don't like it. this. Yeah, it's all on this 5 really. So the way I'll work this, swoop entry, tight stops, it'd be sort of low risk for us. If this 5 closes bullish and the next 5 comes down, we could either take an entry on the pullback or we get buy stops above. But if we enter and then the 5 closes bearish, I'll just be getting out. But my stops will literally be... What my stops be? My stops will only be below here. It's because all it is, I'm expecting price to respect this level. So I don't know whether we're going to get a wick down to that level. Because what I'm expecting is 15's broke out. See where there. You know, bottom wick there. See, I think this is still just going to drive. To fill the range at least. Because you'd be closing out anyway on the 5. If the 5 closes better, if the next 5 closes better, you'd be closing out. Because that'll be the 15 flipping. So stand by, guys, stand by. Very tight stops for me. What would this be? Ooh. This 5 does. The only thing is, I don't like, we've already been up there, and I don't like when price has already been up there. Okay, here's a new 5. Can I get a bottom wick? I want a bottom wick. Come on. I've got no bottom wick on the 15, so that could be a sign you want to come down. We haven't filled the range on the 15. Okay guys, I am in for a buy now. Right, I'm in for a buy. Stops are tight. I'm literally risking $300. Okay, I'm in for a buy. If the 5 closes bearish, I'm just closing out, no matter where it's at. Yeah, my target is actually up. It's daily. It's at least to break the highs. At least to break these highs. That's what I'm after. If this 5 can flip. We know we can get a wick down to this level, so just be mindful with your stops. Maybe actually move it a bit away from this. We know we can wick to this. Only swoop entry. Low risk, guys, low risk. You might want to come for this bottom wick. Are you going to flip or are you going to be a bitch? So it's at the zone now where I can reject from. Let's see if it rejects. If it doesn't, this is the area where I can reject from. You could potentially take another entry. Do you know what? I'm going to take another entry, guys. I'm in for another buy. Because if I do hit stops, it's tiny. If the 5 closes bearish, remember we're just getting out. I'm in for another second entry here. So if you don't like it, actually you're not there yet. Oh, there. Can we flip? 1 minute 30 left. So you're slightly into profit now. Is this 5 gonna flip? One close bullish. One minute. It's all on where this one's gonna close. Is this one gonna stay bullish? That's what we want. We want this one to really push up to flip the 5. Okay, what I'm going to do is if I come back to break even, I'm going to close the first trade. If we close bearish, I'm out. Yeah? I'm out. If you want to stay in, it's up to yourselves. Because there's only 5 minutes left of the 15. There we go. Right guys, I am out of break even on this. I'm out. Break even. Not for me. 5 broke the low. Swoop entry. Oh, shame. It means the 15 probably. Still drive up. You've only got 5 minutes, so it looks like you need to come down for this bottom wick at least. That's what it looks like. I mean, I went into profit about $100 there. I'm only risking $300. Yeah. Break even. Not break even for a while. Okay, so what we're looking at now then? Well, we need the 15 now to, probably looks like we need to come down, or we take the 30. If the 30 closes above and we get a bottom wick, the bottom wick's likely going to come and create this bottom wick for this candle, and then we can get buy stops on. Just want to see what this 5 does. I mean, you could have grabbed. What did you get on the second trade? 13 pips you could have grabbed. It'd be interesting to see what it does here, because you can get a pullback here to then push higher. If this 15 closes bearish, why are you closing bearish? You might have an S play going on, but if it's an S play, fantastic. But it's the 30 technically breaking out. 30's breaking out, but I would then want to see a bottom wick or coming up. So it just means, yes, you might still be right, but you've got to wait. We might need a steeper bottom wick. This is just a swoop entry to see if this is. All we wanted to see there is if this 15 was going to flip and drive. That was it. And with the 5 closing bearish, that was a sign that it's not ready yet. Not ready. This 15 is unlikely it's going to do it, because there's only one 15-minute candle left. Sorry, one 5-minute candle left in the 15. So it means the 15 at that point is going to close bearish. And if the 15 closed bearish, then you're not really into this trade at the moment. We're not in this trade, guys. Now we got out of break even. You could have took profit. We did pull back to the entry of the first position, so you could have grabbed 13 pips. It's about $100. Okay. Did you get in on that, Andre?
I cancelled. I had a buy stop in place.
Oh.
Just for safety's sake.
Just for safety. People, sometimes I'm not saying you are here, right, at all, right? But what I get from people is people really struggle putting another entry on when you draw down the first trade. You know what I mean? When you draw down the first trade, people really struggle putting a second trade on. But this is where you've got to be fearless in trading. It's 5 flipping. I mean, look at this 30 now. There's a 30. Let's get rid of these now. You know where these stops and that would have been. This. Let's go to the 30 since that's the time frame closing. So the 30 did fill the range, which is here, between here and here on the 30. Pull back, retested. What is this 30 going to do? Have we got a minor support around these levels? I would say we've got a minor support around here on the 30. Yeah, that's where our minor support is. So we've had a new 30 open. If we can get a bottom wick, and I can come and if it comes straight down for a bottom wick, we could get buy stops on above. But I've got to come and take out this bottom wick. If the 30 closes like that, then we can take sells and fill this range down to the downside. So I would probably say 9 o'clock. But I've got to come and take this bottom wick now. I'm not into this trade now unless I take this bottom wick. Yeah, we would have been stopped on that 5 now. This would have stopped us out. We broke the lows on the 5. So yeah, that's what I'm after really. If I can get... But price could easily come up now and fill the range without doing this, but it's not my trade to take. This is what I'm saying. We in our head we have the perfect ambush, what we want to see, but we don't set the ambush until we find the perfect location. I found a good location, but it's a price has got to then move to where I want it to move for it to be perfect. And if it doesn't and it just comes up, it just comes up. The next candle to close is the hour. So we could start looking at the hour range. Now the hour range is here. So if we can get an hour close. See, you have got a level here. I don't like. Easily reject them. Don't like this area at all. You could easily reject E on the hour. This price is either going to fly up like that, or we're going to reject from these levels. Already been up there, that's the issue. So it's probably going to want to break the highs. We've had the pullback now. You little shitbag. Little shitbag. Yeah, let's fill that 30 range now. Oh no. Can't take these because we've already done it. Already played out that. It's difficult now, guys, because the range for the one for me is this 3,400. 3,400. And if we close bullish on the one, which it looks like we're going to, if we close respecting, then it looks like we can really just mess about here because we want to come down, but this might take 2-3 hours to mess about before coming back down. If we break out above, which I don't think we'll get a nice break, it'd have to be something. Even if you break above, doesn't mean that's you. You broke above there, you broke above there, but you'd already. This is coming from up here, so I don't know whether we can take them into consideration. Close respecting. If we close respecting, everything's pointing back to this wing back still here. It's an area we can reject from, but we've already been up there. Just don't know whether I would take it again. So basically, there's one of two options. What's going to happen? You're going to close rejecting, yeah, close respecting, sorry, and that means we've got to pull back down to these levels, or it's just going to bomb through. So I am looking at the only thing I don't like about this wing back, you tend to reject from here, right? We didn't do it on this one. Now we broke out, so does that mean we just need to come and drive through? If this hour closes above this level, right? If it closes above this level, and I get a bottom wick with a new hour, to take out this bottom wick of the hour and the 30, I'll get buy stops on, advantage point to fill the range, and then hopefully be one more drives up. But I need a bottom wick to get rid of this. Let's see what this hour does. We're back in profit for the month after our loss the other day.
Yeah, so I didn't get in on that one yesterday.
I mean, I could have took $1,000 from it really, but it was like, it was either the weekly was going to flip up or the daily was going to flip down, and if the daily flipped down, I could have really drove down. So I just left it. I didn't actually take any partial. I'll tell you why I didn't take any partial, which I shouldn't really do this, but because if it did come down to my zone, I would have passed another proper count, which I had it on. So I just left it. It doesn't matter. It'll get passed eventually.
Exactly.
That's 5 now. What are you doing? 15. I mean, we did say the 15 closed bearish. So what did I say? We need to come down for that bottom wick. Look what's happened. Bottom wick's being tapped now. Is this the 30? 30's being tapped. 1 hour's now got a bottom wick. So this is what we wanted. So now if we come up, I'm happy to get in now. Like market execute. Okay, but price is going to show me that it needs to come back up. Might need to come further down. Gotta wait and see. Very interesting today. It's in a pretty tough zone, really, though, guys. It is in a tough zone, so it'll be really good for your trading experience. You've got loads of rejection. I mean, this is the only one what's broke out like this and rejected here. All the others have either respected these levels or drove up. I would like a 30-minute. But the issue we've got is the daily really should flip and drive up. And you could just put a buy stop above that daily. 1 to 1. And that's you saying that the weekly's going to fill the range. Because if you look at the 6 hours, right? So here's a little tip for you. If you think the range above really clean traffic range up here, right? But you somehow can't get in because look, you print bearish, and one candle just bombs through. So when you've got range like that, you can just get a buy stop above. Because if you do come up, you should be driving through, right? But we've now had the pullback. Could we do that? Buy stop above, should be coming through. Like that one. Like that one. Respect. Pull back. Ball's got an hour and 18. 3, 2. If the 2 can close bullish, I'll be interested in just getting in. We've now got rid of them bottom wicks. Let's see what this 15 does. Where there? What's a 5? Because we could potentially now. If this 5 closes bullish, I might take another swoop entry. Where if the 5 comes down bottom wick and enter. If the 5 closes bearish, we'll just get out. If the 5 flips bullish, fantastic. Because then that would be the 15 closing bullish. And if the 15 closes bullish, this was just to get rid of these bottom wicks. So that's a good sign that the next 15 is likely just going to go straight through. That would be the 30 carrying on. Would be the 1. Everything's got bottom wicks. The 1 closed bullish. Hasn't filled the range yet. The 2's the only thing what's bearish. Let's have a look. Stand by, guys. Might get in here. See how this 5 closes. If this 5 comes and fills the range, you know, probably about work. Come on, calm down. But see the importance of waiting. Yeah, we said we need that bottom wick tuck. Once that bottom wick's gone, I'm happy. And you think if we stayed in, we would have been stopped out. Yeah, because we were saying the bottom wick needs to be tucked. It's came, it's tucked, and now it's starting to move. And we get a bottom wick here. We get a bottom wick, guys. I'll look to get in. Could probably get a buy stop above the 5, actually. With the advantage point this high, because one reason you're closing like this has to break the high. Come on, don't break the high. This is another 15 close. Look at that 15. You little twat. Oh, you bitch. You bitch, gold. We've had many a fallouts. We always seem to get back together. Okay, so there's the 5. Can I get a bottom wick? I love the 15-minute close. If we can get a bottom wick, I'm going to get a... Don't, not yet. Not yet. Not without me. The MT4 is different to my... Oh, give me a chance. I ain't really getting, guys. Go up to heights. Took the advantage point away now. Still think we're pretty... You absolute bitch. So there's our advantage point took. There's only one reason you're coming up is to break this high at least. I've missed this, guys. I can't get in on this at the moment. Absolute sausage. You've now filled this minor range, so you could start rejecting now. I'm not sure you're going to, but you could. It's quite annoying. Okay. Oh, that's a nice rejection. $15's coming back down. Can we come back down? If we can come and tap this level, I'll take an entry. And if the 15 closes below, I'll look to get out. So if the 15 comes... So if the 15 can pull back, I'll enter. If the 15 closes below, I'll just get out. My stops would just be the low, really. Give me a chance to get out if I'm wrong. But we might not. Can't see this happening though, guys. Bye. Not happening then. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna have a buy stop above the daily. I'm gonna buy stop. My take partial move to break even. Is this zone. This is a daily time frame trade. Yeah. And my stop. Now my target, my range for this is the thing what's difficult. We're going into all-time highs, but the range could be here, so take profit 3, 4, 7, 3. I'd definitely be going risk-free around these zones. If we break this high, I can see us getting a nice big clean pop-up. Look at these candles. Every time we came into this range, we've just drove up. Absolutely flew up. Okay. So if we don't and we get activated, it's just new data. There's nothing I can do about it. Unfortunately. So I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this with us. Gotta happen today though, right? I'm just trying to see if I can get some decent stops. I mean, if we do come up to there, we shouldn't really be coming back down to this area. I wouldn't imagine. Ideally, you'd use the daily. You're gonna have to use the daily, I think. So that's what I've got going on. That's what I've got going on off the daily, which I believe is a 2 to 1, just over a 2 to 1. And that's saying that we are coming up to these levels, and I'm not sure we're going to. We should still fill this range at 3.430. If we drown out all the noise, right? We drown out all the noise. Where's the daily close? The daily's closed above this level, right? The only time we've closed above this level is here. That's it. All the others have drove through. So this is a very clean traffic range, right? We've now closed above this level. We've tapped this area. Flip, drive. 100% of the time we drive through. So I did want a better entry on. I can't stay on too long. It's my son's birthday. Yeah. So I can't stay on too long. So,
Happy birthday, Mason.
yeah, happy birthday. So that's what I've got going on really. If the hour closes bullish, I was looking for a sexier entry, but unfortunately not. So that's what I'm doing, guys. I am getting a buy stop on, and then I'm going to leave it with you because we might mess about. Okay, could mess up. I mean, look at price pushing up now. In typical that. $3, $4, $10. Putting $400 on it, guys. On a 50k account. 3, 4, 10. 4 stops are 3380 7 TP is 3434. Yep. Okay, I've got a buy stop on, guys. On this, I'm risking about just shy of $400. This is a daily trade. Okay, so I wouldn't watch it on a low time frame because you'll just go crazy. Okay, because it could mess about. It could really just tap, mess about, come back down a tad, back up. It could mess about. But looking at previous data, what should it do? Well, technically, it should drive up. But in these daily candles, what looks nice and clean up, yeah, you can get pullbacks and rejections, and then you go through. So I would literally just leave it on a daily time frame. Okay. So that's what I've got going on. Simple breakout Meraki method, but off a daily time frame, and that's it. So yeah. That's it. The only thing what could probably get us, because you've still got 14 hours left, if you really want to be safe, you can put your stops below the previous day. Yeah. The previous day. That's what you could do in case the daily needs to create a steeper bottom wick. It shouldn't break that low. If we're going to flip to drive up, it shouldn't be breaking that low, right? But if it does want to come down and create a steeper bottom wick, it shouldn't break the previous daily candle in order to flip and drive up. Yeah, that's about it for me, guys. Now what's going on? I can't really get in earlier now because I'd have to wait. Probably you might as well wait for the 4 to close. If the 4 closes, and breaks above here, fantastic, right? You could get something like this, but you could just market execute, but that's why I've got my buy stops on. If I break the high, I'm expecting a pop up. If I break this high here, I'm expecting a pop straight through. And the reason why is because that's what it's done in the past. Pop, 2 candles, pop. Look, you've got a wick here, and you pop straight past it. You came straight through again. So, yeah, I definitely though be taking some partial at 3430 and going risk free, because look, out of the 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 of them have all rejected from 3431. 3 of them. Only 1 has went through to TP. Yeah. So I'd definitely be going risk free around that zone and taking some partial. Now, we could also, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, we've been up here. Could this be the move to an all-time highs again? Potentially. So this is where you've got to come down to your plan and go what you're going to do. Yeah. If we get a nice straight pop through to take partial, what I might do is take 90% out and leave 10% out in case we do keep traveling. Just in case. But I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we reject from these levels. Yeah, I'm hoping we reject from these levels because I want gold to come down, because the way I trade, I need previous data. And if we go all-time highs, fortunately not. Let me just have a quick look at NAS, because I haven't looked at NAS this morning. What's NAS been doing? Oh, okay. So, looking about. We did get a nice big bearish weekly. But that looks like it's going to close bullish now. There's only 1 day left for the weekly to close. Daily. Okay. interested. Let's have a look at oil, because oil is still pushing down oil. Ooh. So this is starting to look like this is just a break back into the zone. Retested this area to come down. Now if oil comes below these levels, guys, I am in, because this from here to here is very, very clean traffic straight through. I'm very interested in taking sells below there. So we just got to wait on oil. Have a quick look at XRP. Oh, we're pushing all time highs again, you cheeky bugger. You cheeky bug. Look at that daily put. Wow. Nice. Got some levels marked up on XRP. If you're in XRP, that is. Yeah, I think that's all I've got, Andre. Really, have you got? Are you in anything this morning, Andre?
I'm still in on gold.
On the buys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm risk free on that now.
Yeah,
So,
I think you're good to come up to them levels. Really, you'll probably find that once the 4 closes, I think you're going to get a nice big pop up. Nice big clean pop up. That's what previous data shows us. If it doesn't, then it's just new data, isn't it? There's nothing we can do about it. To be honest, what time is it now? We just had an hour close. Let's have a look how this hour closed. So this hour's closed lovely. If this hour could come down and give us a steep bottom wick to here, and we don't create a top wick, we could bring our buy stop above the hour, because we haven't filled the range on the hour. There's the range on the hour. Let me look left though, because there was a... Yeah, look, we closed above this level now, which is nice. This is that area I was worried about. Oh, we have as well. We might only get a pullback to that, guys, because that's previous support. See, this is what I don't like about this range. Look at these. These are terrifying. Look at that. Drop. And they're not even level with each other. It's just random. You know what I mean? That's what you do not want. Because where's the actual range? But this is like worst zones. You could easily just drop through the floor. And the last thing you want is get a buy stop on, get activated and get tucked down. So it's so important you've got to wait for that bottom wick. But the hours closed below them level is really nice. Sorry, closed above. So yeah, if I can get a pullback. If I can get a pullback to here, I'd be interested in getting buy stops on. But this is previous support where it's tapped here. So I might just reject them. Let's change this to daily buy stop. This is what I'm saying is, if you've got a daily buy stop on, and you start going down the time frames, you start overthinking things, and you start looking, especially when price starts rejecting on the hourlies, you think, oh shit, my daily's going to go into drawdown. But if you just look at the daily and think, okay, drown out all the noise, should be clean traffic, up really. I don't know whether I would take that one. I think, if anything, I would take 6 and the 4. But depending on how the 6 and the 4 closes. It's this stuff. I would need a 6-hour close above that. If you got a 6-hour close above that, that'd be nice. That's that 6 hour zone there. Is it? No, it's not. It's this. But we'd already been up there. So that should be fine. That's after. We haven't been up there yet. Yeah. Fuck it. Right, I'm done, Andre. I've got buy stops
Cool,
on,
man.
guys. Stops are 3380, entries 3410, take pass move to break even is 3430, and my full TP is 3474. That's what I've got going on. Other than that, I'll be back on. Now, I won't be on Monday and I won't be on Tuesday. I'm going away for a few days. So I'll be back on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But this week we've done well. We're back into profit now this week. So we did take a loss on, when was that, the first? Actually, it was last week. So we took a loss on the first, and then last Friday. So this week we're up about $700. So we brought the loss back, so we're back into profit. Overall on stream, we've had some nice. May was a fantastic month. These based off 50k accounts, within prop firm rules. So we are smashing out at the moment, guys. We're smashing out at the moment, even though we're minusing pips on that month. You might think, well, what? That doesn't make sense. It's because I use different lot sizes, different risk, depending on the trades. That's why I don't really count the pips, really. Is this on the chat? Morning, Alex. How are you doing, mate? You just saved me so hard. My Owly was getting rejected. Now I'm up. Oh, well done, buddy. I'm happy for you. Glad I can help. I've got buy stops on at the moment. But I'm just about to jump. It's my son's birthday, so I'm jumping off early today. And I'll see you next week. Wednesday, I'll be back on, guys. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Other than that, have a fantastic weekend. And stay low, move fast, stay late, stay loud. Catch you later.
See you, mate. Bye.